and welcome. I am Nicole Arrington coming to you from Helena, Montana, and today I have a card to demonstrate to you using the Timeless Tulips bundle, and we are going to make a pot of tulips with this card set. What you're going to need is a piece of basic white cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11. Fold it in half. Like so. Then a piece of saffron that is 4 by 10 3/4. And you will want to take it. Let me get this in position. Gonna want to take it and score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So I will go ahead and fold that down the middle, and then this one I will fold back in on itself, so I get a bit of a zigzag. Okay, with the card opening this way, I'm going to attach this panel onto the back of this. Like so. Then I have a piece of Granny Apple Green that is 5 by 3 1/4, and another piece that is 3 3/4, and this one is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. And before I attach either one of those, I'm going to take my dry brush stamp and I'm going to give it some texture background. So I will take my Granny Apple Green, ink it up, like so. Place that on there, and then just take a piece of scrap paper and rub your hand all the way around where you have stamped this. And it even came off with my piece, and you can see it's given it some lovely little texture. And then I will repeat with this piece, but I don't have to ink up the whole block. I will just ink up a small portion of it. And that came up with that. So there I have two texture pieces from my stamp, and I can go ahead and put the Granny Apple Green away for a moment. And like that. And then, if I find my pen, this was a little stuffed up. I will just glue those on like so. I'll be a little careful because there might be a little bit of ink left. And this one as well. Like that. Ta-da! Alright, the next thing I have is a piece of Calypso coral. I'm not sure the size of this. I can't remember. 2 by 2 3/4. So this piece is 2 by 2 3/4, and this is 1 inch by 3 inches. But what we are going to do is we are going to make a pot, a plant pot out of this. And the way we're going to do that is I am just going to take a ruler, grab a little pencil, and mark right here at the 1/2 inch mark and here at the 1/2 inch mark. And this is just a guide. You can do more, you can do less, depending on the kind of incline you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my very tip right here on my cutting line and my mark right here on the cutting line so that I can cut it at an angle like that. And so I've cut that off, giving me maybe, hopefully, a flower pot shape when all said and done. Okay, so I think that turned out quite rather lovely. Alright, we will glue that on and that on, but before we get there, and then I'll probably put that up there, I'm going to want to worry about my flowers because I'm not sure if I'm going to tuck my flowers under my pot or in the back of this piece of paper, so I think I'm going to tuck them under the pot. So let's get that stamping. Excuse me. So I'm going to get out some tulips, and what I have to note is how I'm going to punch them out. So with noting that, I'm going to want to stamp my tulips in that direction so that I don't waste any paper when I go to stamp. I'm going to want a Blackberry Bliss tulip. Nice rich Blackberry Bliss. And actually, I don't know, maybe I want rich Razzleberry, because that might not be so in your face. Ooh. Ooh. Tough decisions. Alright, I'll make that decision when I cut that. Then I want Daffodil Delight. Daffodil Delight and Poppy Parade. So I'll have those 4. Put those away. Then I'm going to take from here, and I'm going to want to stamp a couple of these other tulips. Oops. So I will do a gorgeous grape and a flirty flamingo. Now the sad thing about these ones is I have to hand cut those out, but they will be worth it for the design, the card design. And gorgeous grape. That might affect it. That'd be okay. Then I want just a tulip bud for my next one. And I'll take a tulip bud in Flirty Flamingo. And then, after I clean off my stamp, I have to say, I do absolutely love the chamois that they have come up with. The Stampin' world has come up with a very cool product with those chamois that are available. And then this is Highland Heather. Like so. Okay. So, one would think I'm done stamping, but all these flowers, oops, are attached. Okay, so they would all be attached via a stem. Let me get my stem making block. Okay, and with Granny Apple Green, I will go ahead and stamp a whole bunch of stems. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to need 7 stems. Lucky for me, I only need 3 longer ones and then a whole bunch of shorter ones, 4 shorter ones. So I can come in, if I get a piece of scrap paper, and just here on the back end, stamp. Two, 3, and 4. So I've got those 4. Well, let me put these away. Okay, and no flower is complete without a little bit of leafage. So, on here, I am going to stamp some leaves so that we can use them. And I am using the one that I can punch out. I don't want a fussy cut. If I need to, I will, but I don't want to, so I'm going to try to design it so I don't have to. And I don't know how many I'm going to want, so more is always better. All right. We'll go with that 5 if I need more. We'll make another one. All right. So I can set this all aside. Like so. And as many you can just see here, that's Blackberry Bliss and this is a rich raspberry. And I'm liking this rich raspberry. It's just, you know, it's just got a little bit more pinky purple coloring to it. If I hold it really still, you can really see that. So I think that's the one I'm going to go with. But in order to get there, I've got to cut out the raspberry. But you can just see these line up beautifully in the punch. No problems. And, you know, some dyes are awesome, but you know, something with a punch, with a coordinating punch, is just so amazing. It's quick and easy and so much easier to use typically. So, I mean, that's just my spiel. All right. Then you can see I can line up those leaves, cut those leaves. I do have to tear off, rip off, cut off the extra left over, but that's cool. That works. Like that. And like that. I mean, how awesome is having that punch? That's all I have to say. That's pretty dang awesome. All right, that's my scrap pile over here. I have those, I have those, I have those. And then these other ones, I'm gonna fussy cut. And so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut a bazillion of these. I will go ahead and pause and come back when these are all cut. All right, I am back. You'll be thankful you didn't sit there and watch me cut all those. Normally I'd have those pre-cut, but I didn't, so we just paused the video. Okay, from here, I need to look at assembling. So, with my flower pot, here we go. I'm going to want some flowers in the back. You know what? I might do that. Okay. I don't even need that long here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach each one of these to a flower so that I can just kind of move them around, set them up the way I like them. Okay. Ugh. Now I'm getting everything stuck to me as well. And there you can just see the color difference between Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. I would say probably I would just call them one a watered down version of the other, or more vibrant one of the other. So that's really nice that they're different shades of each other. Really helps when putting together cards. All right. So we'll start with the larger tulips because they'll be in our background. And those are all living off of so I kind of like that. But they're all on stems, so they're going to be floating up in the air with stems. And then very small stem there and here. They won't stick out a lot. And it looks a little weird like this, but it's kind of cool, I think. It's really nice having a good flower set. So many cards are so many floral cards are just so beautiful. All right. Okay, and so I mean, you're going to have to remember this is going to be on top of it, so you aren't going to see any of those stems. But what we do want is a few of our leaves, and maybe we want them behind things. So like that one has one. This one will have one, but I'll tuck so that can go like that. And I'll tuck that flower behind that. So those all will all sit behind that and that. And really, I pretty much like how that looked. So I will go ahead, glue this down, center this. So I'm kind of centering between those 2 points down there. And then I will just take my pot lip. Better yet, it's the pot lip. And I will put those over that. Just on it like that. And then I'm going to put this glue away because on the front of my pot I am going to put a bow on the front of it. Okay. This is Old Olive. It came in a twin pack. It's discontinued, but it's what I had in my what I had in my stash, and I wanted something that pretty well matched, which I think it does a fairly good job of that. And I didn't want to take the time to take the white spool that I have, which I do have, and color it with a blends. So that's what I did. And so now, so it'll sit kind of like that, and then we'll just have tulips You can send somebody a card of tulips. I know you can't see it over the top, but it's so cool. You get to send somebody, and that's what it looks from the side. And that would be the top. But isn't that awesome? Sending somebody a, well, I mean, it's summertime, and that's a tub of tulips, just because. So, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you would like any of the products I have demonstrated here today, please shop my online store below. The link is provided below. The other thing provided is all the items that I have used to make this wonderful card, as well as the dimensions, and the dimensions are at the very bottom. So if you absolutely want to, scroll all the way down. You've got the dimensions, and you can reproduce any way you would like. So yeah, and here's another option. On my website, bigskycards.com, there will be this as a card kit available for purchase. And the only thing you need to do is provide a glue. AKA, I use this glue inside here. But you can purchase a glue, and you can put this together, because that's all you need. But yes, so please check out that website, bigskycards.com, if you would like to have a kit so you don't have to put anything together. No stamping, no punching. You would have to cut out those flowers, though. I'm just saying, I'm not going to do that. That would take too much time. But all the punching, cutting, stamping, die cutting would be done for you. Or you can buy the Timeless Tulip Bundle and reproduce yourself. So, thank you so much for watching. And I wish you happy stamping, and goodbye.